Here we are going to look at the 10.5 Day 2 homework, and we're going to focus on number 2. Once again, because there's not enough space over here, I put it into a Word document to show my work better, and then we will come back to find our multiple choice option. So this is the problem that we're looking at, 5n over n minus 1 plus n plus 3 over n minus 8. So we're adding in this one, but we still need to start by finding the least common denominator. Now, as a reminder, to find the least common denominator, we first need to factor and simplify each fraction, but those are totally factored and simplified. So now, I like to look at my first denominator, which is n minus 1. I put that in my least common denominator, and then I go to the second fraction and take anything that's not already included. So the second fraction has an n minus 8. That is not already there, so my least common denominator would be n minus 1 times n minus 8. Which means that I need to make each of these fractions have that as a denominator. So in order for me to get the n minus 1 to be n minus 1 times n minus 8, I need to multiply the bottom of the fraction by n minus 8. And I'm allowed to do that as long as I also multiply the top by n minus 8. Because if I multiply by n minus 8 divided by n minus 8, I have virtually just multiplied by 1. For the second fraction, I would take the n plus 3 over n minus 8. And this one has the n minus 8, but it's missing the n minus 1. So I need to multiply the bottom by n minus 1 to make it have that common denominator. Therefore, I also need to multiply the top by it. From here, we're just going to work on simplifying. I do have the two fractions being added together with the same denominator, which means I can combine them as one fraction with that n minus 1 times n minus 8 as the denominator. The top, though, is what I need to do some work on. To get rid of these parentheses, I distribute. I get 5n squared minus 40n. The nice thing about addition is I don't have to worry about distributing the negative. So plus, and you can either use the box or FOIL, I have n squared minus 1n plus 3n minus 3. So we're always going to expand the top. You can leave the bottom in factored form. And now I need to combine like terms. So I have a 5n squared plus an n squared, so I get 6n squared. I have a minus 40n minus 1n is minus 41n, but then plus 3 more n's. Minus 41 plus 3 is minus 38n, and then minus 3 on the end. All over n minus 1 times n minus 8. That's as simplified as I can get that one. So I'm going to go back to my note sheet or my homework sheet and see if one of those is my option. And in fact, letter D is.